Hey, I'm Zack, America's #1 expert in snacking for busy people. And today I have a question from Olivia asking if there's a way to lose weight overnight. And so I think she just meant to ask losing weight quickly, but her wording gave me something weird. But I'm going to talk about something else that's going to be extremely helpful, and it's pretty much doing nothing. So basically, to lose weight overnight, the thought that came to me is better sleep habits. So here's what happens. You use energy throughout the day. Enzymes are being used, hormones are being pumped out. Then at night, after being awake for 16 or so hours, your brain has a buildup of all these byproducts that signal, I'm tired, I'm fatigued, I need some sleep, I need to replenish. You go to sleep, and you go through 4 main stages. And so this chart isn't really to scale or anything, but the 4 stages correlate to different brainwave activity going on at the time. And so you have I guess we can call it something like this, that you start out getting a little bit relaxed, you go to stage 1. Stage 2, you start seeing different deeper relaxation brainwaves start to pop up. Start stage 2. Stage 3 is when these deeper brainwaves start to dominate deep sleep. And then stage 4 is when you have REM, or random eye motion. It's like the deepest sleep. And so a lot of stuff happens during these stages. Your memories get integrated from short-term to long-term. Your hormones get kind of recycled and resupplied for the next day. Same with neurotransmitters, different enzymes and proteins reset. Skills are consolidated and set up for the next day. But most importantly, the energy pathway has the time to be reset. So otherwise, if you don't get enough sleep, there's this thing called the orexin hormone pathway that's linked to the hunger hormone ghrelin, and there's a huge interplay of different hormones here. But the gist of it is, without sleep, you start to crave more energy-dense foods. So sugary, processed, fatty treats. And now the key is that, so this is like one cycle of 1 to 4. That occurs about every 90 minutes. Now, as you go through another stage of sleep, it's going to, the timing of it is going to be a little bit different. Every cycle you go through, you're going to have stage 4 sleep continue to increase. And so you'll continue to get compounding benefits the longer you're asleep. So the key is to get at least 7.5 hours to 9 hours of sleep each night to get as much of those benefits as you can in one solid block of sleep. So having a block of sleep is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is going to be to sleep in a dark environment. So your body's very sensitive to light and dark when it comes to the hormones that regulate sleep. Now, sleeping in a dark environment, that means covering up any lights coming from electronics. Ideally, you want to shut those off. Have windows blocked out so no street light can get in. That'll go a long way to making your sleep deeper, more restful, even if you can't get that full 7.5 to 9 hour block if you're just a really busy person who might have to cut back on some sleep. And so those are my 2 tips for you to lose weight overnight. I'm Zack Zeller from thesnackhacker.com. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, put those down below. And don't forget to subscribe to find out when I put out new videos. Happy snacking.